Okay. Go.
Good thing.
Okay, ready? T-Bear, I have a question for you.
Huh?
So, what was your favorite part about driving back?
Going to Lake Louise.
Little man, what was your favorite part about driving back?
I think seeing the tree.
Cool.
That was a bit weird.
Do you guys rather take a plane if we could do it again? Or would you guys rather drive? What's more fun do you guys think?
I think I would drive it.
How about you, little man?
I think I'll stay in the car to sleep.
Okay. Love you guys. Good morning, everyone. All right, we are on our third leg now, leaving beautiful Calgary, just packing the car. I wanted to show you guys the back seat of this car because that's a lot of questions, or that's a question I had when we were buying this thing. We have two kids. How the car seats, how much room there'll be. Let me swing around and bring you guys to the front as I load the car, and how we set up the car for this travel. There's actually tons of room back here. So my kids are right now 6 and 4. So this is how we set it up. Everyone hates how the bottom is with the riser. We actually love it because we can put storage boxes there. As you can see, we got tons of storage boxes in the middle. I can actually cram in the back if I need to be in that middle part when we get back to Toronto. And they have ample room. My wife is about almost 6 feet tall, and she has a lot of room. That's how the seat's pushed up right now. So we're 3 hours out of Calgary. First charge of the day. I don't know where we are, honestly. I can tell you what's here. There's a Subway, an Esso, and a tire shop. I want to show you guys what I brought as an emergency. It's weird having a Tesla. So in a normal car, I would usually bring, if I had my STI, a set of plugs, torque wrench, everything to change the tire, anything that might go wrong. For the Tesla, this is what I bought and kind of recommend. Okay, since the car has no spare tire and we can't have the space to get a spare tire. Main thing too, I picked up one of these patch kits from Amazon. I figured poo hits the fan, I'm constantly monitoring the tire pressure. If it goes down, I can somehow patch it. Second thing is portable air pump. Need to pump up the tire afterwards, obviously. This is actually one of the first things I bought for the car from Amazon. It's these pucks to jack, for the jack point underneath your chassis. I haven't got a chance to use this yet. This is the 14 to 50, I believe, the NEMA adapter. I would figure if we're going to plug into somewhere while we're sleeping on a campground, this will come in handy. But I don't know what the ends are, so this is like, if they have this end, perfect. If it doesn't, I'm out of luck. Hi, welcome to Saskatchewan. So this is it. We crossed Calgary. We're now in Saskatchewan doing our charge. We've been on the road for about 8 hours now. It's about 7 o'clock. There's honestly nothing here. This is kind of crazy. But we were going for a stretch. At least there's a co-op here. At that store, whatever they sell. We can go there afterwards. It's funny, I put out a post a while before our trip. I'm like, what's there to do in Saskatchewan? And no one said anything. So I kind of see it now. Maybe I'm just at the beginning outskirts of Saskatchewan. I don't know. Anyways, my kids and my wife went for a walk. I'm gonna do the same.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, bud. What's that?
There's no restaurants. Everything closes at 7.
Come on.
No food.
No, seriously.
Chips for dinner.
How about just Tim Hortons, no?
No, everything's closed. She says everything's closed.
Because of what reason?
Around here, every clothing closes at 7.
Mommy, open this.
Okay.
I'm hungry. This was the first time the maps brought us onto a dirt road. 7 a.m. now. What a night last night. We ended up conking out here. We felt like this was kind of the safest. It was 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, and we kind of gave up on the drive. We got lazy too. We didn't set up the back seat. It was freezing. I forgot how cold Canada is, or Alberta. Where am I right now? Saskatchewan, sorry, is right now. So we had the kids we left them in the car seats, and then afterwards they jumped in the front seat with us, which was nice to cuddle with them, but kind of uncomfortable. But it worked out. We're good, and we are off now to our next leg, and it's cold. Ooh. So the weather last night was like +1, so we had the heat running the whole night. Here's the difference. We started off with 458 kilometers, and after how many hours is now? 6 hours, 7 hours, we're down to 419. So it does chew up a little bit, of course, a little bit more energy than my first leg. So it's 10:34 now, first stop for the day. We got one more crossing. We're still in Saskatchewan. One more crossing till Manitoba. Here's the thing with Manitoba. We're trying to follow the rules, and here's something to know if you're traveling across Canada. If you're from Ontario coming to Manitoba, here's a big truck coming. Oh my God. I'm in like Truck Stop City. Let's just truck pass first. Alright, big wig. I'll walk back here. Here's the thing that you need to know. Manitoba is a province that you have to quarantine. So we emailed the government of Manitoba. The government of Manitoba? That makes sense. And they sent us an email saying that if we're coming from Ontario, we have to quarantine. If you are coming the other way that we are, from Vancouver side, driving into Ontario, we don't. So just keep that in mind. Anyone that's coming from Ontario towards Manitoba, you have to do a 14-day quarantine.
These yummy dead bugs. Oh, disgusting.
Alright, we finally made it in Ontario. We drove in through the night. We got in with the time change at 5 a.m. and it's now only 4 hours later. So we called around for hotels, looking for EV. I called the Holiday Inn Express. They told me they had an EV charger, and I was looking all over for last night. I thought I was going crazy, but they're halfway right. They have an EV charger, but it's not installed yet. I actually have a question for you guys, for you experienced Tesla people. I've been noticing, now that the weather's a little bit colder, don't mind me in a t-shirt, I'm boiling hot. Every time I start charging, there's a loud pop or thunk that happens. Is that normal? I'm gonna try to replicate that and put this down while I'm charging. So let's see if it does it. Okay, of course, every time I want something to happen, like a normal car, it never does it. But yeah, every time I'm charging, you hear a loud thump, like a loud bang, thump noise. If that happens, if that's normal, please let me know. Thanks, guys.
I like this. So what's this one called?
This just came out. So why? So it's in between the X, the bigger one, with the Falcon doors.
Okay.
So this is what I've been showing, which is happening a lot, especially across from Saskatchewan, now all the way to Thunder Bay. You saw that conversation. So many people are just coming up, talking to me, asking about the car, asking about this model, asking about Tesla. And it's not what you think. It's not young guys. It's not tech people. It's that gentleman that was talking to me is super, like, he was a retired dude, and the people in the pack when we're traveling here, they're all older, retired people, and it's so nice. They wanted Tesla. So I think if I can kind of wrap up, this is like Canada, man. Like, people are super nice. We just start talking. Yeah, and it's just nice to see. This has been making our trip like super more enjoyable and fun. Oh, yummy, yummy. I'll share something with my American friends that never been to Canada. This is a very Canadian thing to eat. Ready? It's right over here. Swiss chalet. I'll show you guys the food when my wife and kids come back with it. It's lunchtime. Look how Canadian this is. Aww. Oh, I've been waiting 10 months for this. Quarter chicken white with fries, which I shouldn't eat, but I'm gonna have it anyways. Here's a glimpse of where we are and all the charges we need to get back home. This was a great quick stop. It literally took 5 minutes to walk in from the parking lot and see this beautiful waterfall. Alright, this is our, well, technically supposed to be our first charge of the day, but since last night I couldn't get a charge, it's our second charge of the day. We're still in Thunder Bay. This place is pretty cool. It has a lighthouse down there, like a fake lighthouse. Yeah, and there's a good strip mall full of food, so this is a good option. I noticed one thing last night driving into Thunder Bay at 4 in the morning. We had something called, is it phantom braking, ghost braking, where we're driving along and we're on cruise control and then suddenly whoosh, the car hits the brakes. I think maybe the sensors were blocked. So that was kind of trippy. That was the first time that happened. Like, not like it's a full brake lock or anything, but it's just, yeah, we had that phantom brake issue that we read, or our friends told us about. Anyways, I'm gonna grab some food and check out this area. Time is now 12 p.m. We didn't go as aggressive as yesterday. Yesterday we did, Gigi and I drove 5 rounds together. Yeah, today we only did 3, but we made it. We're in Sault Ste. Marie. This is the most, check out this thing behind me. This is the Water Tower Inn. They have a water tower here. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it quits here. I don't know anything about Sault Ste. Marie, so we're gonna figure out if we should camp it or if it's a hotel. So for the most part, we haven't used autopilot, but we figured this would be the perfect time because Highway 1 is pretty dead. It's on. We're approaching a turn. Let's see what happens.
It's turning.
Oh, this is crazy. Is the car turning?
Yes. See? I'm not touching it. Hands aren't weak. It scares me.
One more charge to go and we're back in Toronto. Where are we right now? I don't know where we are, but we have one more charge to go. 1 more charge to go, 5 more hours. Okay, so we talked about autopilot, and honestly, since this whole trip, this last leg, we've been using the autopilot like I just showed you earlier today. And honestly, it's pretty good, man. Holy smokes. The only thing we noticed is it only allows you, and maybe I'm wrong, but what we noticed so far is it only allows you to go 10 kilometers over the limit. Anything after that, it just kind of cuts off. So, not that we've been speeding. Oh, hey, so we're down from 0, but not 0. So down from. See what I mean? I was saying that earlier, that every stop that we've been at, people just stop and talk to us about the car. It's so good. Anyway, I was saying, yeah, it cuts off every 10 kilometers. So you can't go above 10 kilometers. Honestly, it's solid. I think, if any regrets, I should have used it more, or we should have tried to use it more throughout our trip. I can feel it. We're almost home. Okay, I made a mistake, by the way. Remember I was saying one of my last stops that the autopilot only allows you to go 10 kilometers over. I don't know what happened, but I can go over that, so forget everything I said about that. For some reason, it was limiting to 10 kilometers. It just turned off. And then when I took over the wheel, this was for my wife, it worked out well. So yeah, forget about that. You can go over 10. I don't know what the limit is, but it's pretty cool. I trust it. Hi. Alright, so first of all, it feels really unreal to be back home. Second, more importantly, out of everything, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for following along our adventure. All the kind and useful comments. I really took the advice and it really helped me out throughout this trip. So thank you guys so much. Let's get into some stats. I know this video is getting super long right now. So total amount of kilometers that we drove from San Jose all the way back here to Markham, it was 5,951 kilometers. Total days that we spent on the road. This is a little bit tricky because we had the 14-day quarantine and we stopped off at a few spots like we showed you. It was 27 days including the 14-day quarantine. Total cost of supercharging, that was $339.69. What would we have done differently? Probably if we could spend more time. Driving across Canada is beautiful. And that's about it. Will we do this again? Heck yeah, man, this was amazing. It's like once in a lifetime experience. Like, I think out of all the crappy things that COVID brought, this was kind of the one joy, or one major joy that we have. That's like a lifetime memory. If you guys can do the same, I would highly, highly recommend it. What's next for this channel in terms of videos and stuff? It's wintertime here. Don't let the t-shirt fool you. It's November. So we had a lot of questions too that hopefully I can help you guys answer is, how's the Tesla going to be during the winter, especially with the heat pump, this Y model. I'll try to document that and show you guys, and I got a whole other bunch of fun stuff coming up. Thank you guys so much. Keep well, keep safe.